What's up, you guys? Hope you guys are doing awesome. So today we're gonna go over two real plays from VBA and Defina, two of my favorite projects that we recently did. They were called live on Twitter and also on YouTube too for a whole month before it happened. So hopefully you guys got onto it. So let's get into it. Before I do, just know that this is all speculation. Don't invest more than what you can lose. Assume that you will lose everything and you won't get rich quick, especially in a super high risk field such as NFT gaming. And please do your own research. Don't trust random people like me off the internet with your financial well-being. I'm just a random dude off the internet. Don't trust strangers like me, okay? All right, let's talk about VBA. What happened for the 600% play? So I recently discovered it like a month and a half ago. I realized that it was a great project with a Genesis mint several weeks away that was being sold in Solana. So then I dollar cost averaged into Sol slowly at the dips, right? So around 80 to 90. That was also when Bitcoin was hovering in the low 30,000s. And then this was after 3 months of bearishness in the overall markets. And usually there's a very tiny or medium bounce after a few months. So this was a great time to start dollar cost averaging in. Solana proceeded to explode to around $130 after some hype build up in the market. Then I was able to get on the whitelist and then get a pack for 1 Sol, and also got a bunch of packets for 1.5 Sol. And then it went around 4.3, 4.5 Sol, I believe, when it was like being hyped. On the same day it was being minted, then was able to flip it for 4 Sol. And then during the market hype, and then I was able to get back into some Sol, hodl them, and also get some more stable coins. And then after this recent dip, start dollar cost averaging more while holding some stable coins. So that was around a 600% play. Takeaways. So the best plays began during the bear market, not during the bull market when everything's up already, right? So this means getting involved with great projects, such as with a great team, a great product, a great culture, community, great marketing, security, etc. All that jazz, and the other deep dive videos, which you guys can check out my old videos. Secondly, it pays to trade on higher time frames, right? So most people lose money. Let's pay attention to what most people do, right? So they lose money because they trade on lower time frames, such as seconds, minutes, hours. So I think at the bare minimum, you should start trading on the daily, then also the weekly, and also monthly, and maybe even yearly too, right? And maybe even a few years, decade out, like a overall thesis for what could be great sectors, right? So having this higher time frame mindset will allow you to make less mistakes, right? So a lot of times people day trade or they swing trade like way too fast, and then you're competing with literally like AI that are meant to outsmart you, that people program. So there's no way you can beat that, right? And market makers who have way more liquidity than you, who can just like buy you out and just take out your leveraged position, right? So if you trade on higher term time frame trades, you're going to be able to think of a better game plan, and then you can dollar cost average in slowly in and out, lessening your risk. Thirdly, it is to take profit into blue chips and to de-risk and grow your biggest bags safely, right? So getting to blue chips that have less risk, like the overall ecosystem, like Solana, Luna, Ethereum, BNB, Avalanche, all those solid ones that have less risk because there's so many projects building on them. So you could take some profit into some very high risk, lower cap coins that maybe could like 10, 20, 50, 100x or something. So that could be a small part of your bag. But if you put most of it into that, and let's say maybe a bearish period happens where it happens for like 1-2 years, maybe your liquidity gets stuck, maybe those projects go to zero, right? But if you take profits into those blue chip projects and they just keep growing because a bunch of projects are building in them, that'll be the better play. Also for stablecoins, this allows you to have dry powder to scoop up great projects. So maybe the bull market returns, there's a lot more volume in the markets. So that could be a great time to just dollar cost average into those more degen projects that could 100x. So those are overall takeaways. Now let's get into the Defina 400% play. Let's talk about what happened. Let me change that picture. I didn't even notice that. But anyways, let's talk about what happened, right? So as mentioned before with the previous project, there is massive fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So FUD around the 0.3 range for Fina, and that was also when Bitcoin was in the low 30,000s, right? However, there was massive bullish news incoming for Defina. It was mentioned that Defina was partnering up with Polygon, so there's going to be a lot of shoutouts from them, along with a giant new user base. There was going to be a bunch of one-time shill video deals mentioned by the team, and then Finaverse news, and just a bunch of other incoming bullish news. However, that was largely ignored due to the overall market correction, right? So on the marketplace, people started panicking a lot. They thought Defina was going to go to zero in like a day or two or something for some reason, because there was a massive quick dip from Bitcoin. So people started selling their high level characters with very valuable skills at a 40 to 60% discount. Like there were level 35 SS characters for like, I think it was like 500s. There was Orbos Athena gets level 30 S's for like 90 Fina or something. So there were very big discounts. So I hoarded onto them. I used them to farm. Then I waited until the overall market conditions improve, and there's a positive catalyst like the Alex Becker shill, and then a bunch of other shillers started posting their videos. That's probably because they're motivated, because the vesting period unlocks are around April 12th, and they probably have a bunch of tokens from the Defina that are unlocking, so they probably want to make the coin pump before they unlock their tokens. So I was able to flip some for around 0.6 Fina while farming with characters for weeks before, which led to the 400% play. So takeaways, it would be to buy great projects during extreme FUD times. So it was, I mean, it probably wasn't funny for the other people being involved for the first time, right? But this is literally like my 10th or 11th time seeing this happen already. So you see the chat losing hope, saying they can't take anymore. They're like, oh my gosh, please pump, please, I can't take anymore. I invested way too much. Debs, do something. So yeah, we see people start to get too emotional on either side, such as being super fearful, super afraid of a project, and then there's a lot lower volume. That's the perfect time to start scooping up NFTs and the token for any great projects that has kept executing and they have bullish news incoming. Secondly, it's to stay calm and poised to make rational decisions, right? So most people, they lose money. Why? Because they make very emotional decisions, right? They get really impulsive. So they start to get a little afraid once the token starts decreasing price, and they sell out right away, right? Or the token goes up by a little bit, then they sell off right away. Or the token goes up a lot, then they buy in right away, even at the peak, right? So one way to mitigate this is to go through a personal checklist. Maybe you can say, okay, did the project change fundamentally? Is the team still executing? Do they have any game features unleashing? Do they have any bullish catalysts incoming, like any shield deals, any new partnerships, new features, etc.? What are the token metrics like? Let's say, when are the next vesting unlocks incoming from tokens? How much of the tokens are unlocked? How do you think it's going to affect the price? Are the token holders growing? All this is transparent. You can check BSC scan, there's Soul scan, there's ETH Explorer. There's a bunch of tools. If you need help, feel free to comment below. I can send you some tools, right? Check the trade volume of the token to see if people are so interested. The NFT volume of the marketplaces. So there's a bunch of things you can check. It all depends on what you prefer to check. Lastly, it's to sell projects during extremely euphoric times, right? So if you start noticing YouTubers start shilling the token a lot, that could be a great time to start selling, because that's when a lot of hype is built. People in the chat saying, oh, like after the token literally pumps like 100%, they start saying, oh, it's going to 10x, 20x, 50x from here. That's exactly the time where you want to start dollar cost averaging out and slowly selling out, because that's when the hype is building a lot. So thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like, comment what you think. What do you think are your best tips to create the best plays, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like these. And most importantly, these videos are for entertainment purposes and are not recommendations, as I'm not a licensed professional. You win in crypto by surviving long term and through collecting blue chips early. This means limiting excessive leverage, less liquidations, and by protecting your capital by playing a long term game. The best investments are ones where you have the greatest conviction in through doing your own proper research with that checklist as mentioned before in the video, right? And furthermore, the best play isn't some token, it's through contributing your unique personality and skill set to an awesome community's needs. Please don't play the suckers game of trying to just hop on project from project, trying to make that short-term flip or something. Try to really contribute your unique skill set, whether that be like literally making like funny memes, helping with marketing, writing, art, just anything valuable like coding, just to contribute to the team, right? And this will give you other opportunities like whitelisting opportunities, being able to get paid on a salary with the team monthly, just a bunch of other perks, partnership collabs, networking, and all that jazz. So thank you guys for watching, and talk to y'all next time.